Previously on Fallout New Vegas.
Oh, I was probably tripping hard on Psycho when I sent that.
And now, before we go and turn in this stuff to the good doctors, let's turn in our audio things to the jukebox.
What's the haps?
I got a sound wave file for you, Daddy-O.
Right on, Daddy-O.
That's what I just said.
Plug it in and I'll mix you up a sweet, sweet sound.
You stealing my catchphrases? Yup. Tarantula. Everything has to be insectile or arachnid, apparently. I'll talk to you later, Gator.
Catch you later, Gator.
Stop repeating everything I say. Let's check this quest line here. So we did the audio samples for the jukebox. Looks like we can do some more, find samples for the biological research station. So we may do that. And looks like we have the option to get our spine and heart back, and probably the brain that we're carrying with us. I want to look at our perks. So we've got brainless, which means our head can't be crippled, and we're 25% more resistant to chem addiction and bodily damage, and plus 5% damage threshold, minimum +1. Heartless means we can't be poisoned, and healing is better. And robots have a 50% less likely chance to score a critical hit. And spineless, torso can't be crippled, and our strength and damage threshold have been increased by 1. So, what I want to do is save, and then we'll get our stuff back, and we'll see if the perks
You require some additional service.
that we get are worth losing the other perks. And if not, I'm just going to go back to having the other things. Yes, services.
Rightly so, I should think. All right, then. Let me just fire up the old interface for you.
Fair enough. Swap body parts. Place. So I don't have the option for the brain yet. Maybe I have to go talk to the brain bots first. Give us our heart back. Okay. Cardiac arrest perk. Your heart is back in your body, but some advanced technologies remain. You are less resistant to poison, only 50%, and robots are only somewhat confused by you, 25% to less likely to score a critical hit. But on the bright side, healing items are twice as effective. Okay, that seems okay. I can deal with the reduced poison and stuff for the healing.
3 angry death claws make for a lot of reconstructive surgery.
Yeah, I'd say they do.
You require some additional service.
Yes, please. Give me my spine back. Yep. Oh, we can switch our heart and stuff back in here too, so I didn't need to save. Okay, spine is back in your body. Some advanced technologies remain. Reinforced spine perk. Your torso can now be crippled again, but your strength and damage threshold have doubled. Plus, okay, I'll take that for sure. That is nice. So it's better to have the stuff back. Let's see. Nice. I'll take that. So let's go ahead and go and confront these doctors. I'll go ahead and save again in case that stops me from doing the quests that we haven't finished. And I do want to find out about Elijah as well. So I wouldn't want this. Dr. Klein awaits. Make sure you're prepared to finish this once and for all. That doesn't bode very well for that. But let's go ahead and see what's going on. Hello, Dr. Klein.
The lobotomite returns.
You bet your bottom dollar.
Lobotomite. Has Dr. Mobius been denominated into scrap metal and voice module parts, as we hoped?
Unfortunately, yes, because I wasn't given the option to let him live. Yeah, Let's see. Found my brain. Now you and I are going to settle things.
I recommend watching your tone with me, lobotomite. Now, your brain. Hand it over, or we'll extract it again.
I'm not handing my brain over. There's some things we should discuss.
And what could we possibly have to speak about? You have the brain, we have the technology. All you must do is surrender. With it, we can finally leave this place. I cannot tell you how boring this place gets, chopping up the landscape and everything in it. And we have so many questions to ask your brain first. About this Mojave place. A fertile testing ground for our experiments.
No, your experiments have already affected the Mojave more than enough. You speech lie. See if there's any. Nope. You think I am the lobotomite? No. For my skull houses the brain of Mobius.
That is the most insane thing I've ever heard. There's no way Mobius would condescend to step inside you.
Oh, no.
Besides, there's no way such a thing could be accomplished. It's impossible.
You English even worse than I do. We use our Science 100 since it's a higher test. Nothing is impossible for science. Mesons, lasers, atoms, brainwaves are all at my command.
You speak the truth. And the decibel variation in your voice. It is Mobius.
I told you.
How dare you breach the think tank? And what do you want here?
You better watch your tone with me, brainbot. I offer a deal. Stay here, stay put. And I'll let you live.
That's no deal at all. There's a whole world beyond the crater, filled with ideas and possibilities. We could have escaped,
Or
seen
death.
it all for ourselves, tested it, prodded at it, made it squirm.
Squiggle, squiggle. I will permit. Oh, wait. Let them out and do experiments? Let's try this. I will permit you to do this for me.
Partner with you? My foe? My rival? My foremost critic? I have a strange sensation that I would like that. How odd.
Haha.
Very well.
Who's the lobotomite now?
The think tank is at your service as long as you do not destroy us.
Oh, yes. Yes. Leave the think tank. Nice. So, guess we just walk out. Bye, guys. Catch you later? Maybe?
As it had been in the years before the Great War, Big Mountain, the Big Empty, became home to one of the brightest minds of the 23rd century. The courier watched over the Big Empty for years to come, caring for it and keeping its discoveries safe until they were needed to help others. Which had always been Big Mountain's purpose. Past the laboratories and science, it had always been intended as a place to build the future of all mankind.
The courier had scoured much of the Big Empty, although secrets still remained in the crater's depths. Perhaps that was for the best, however. Curiosity, while sometimes rewarded for its efforts, often proves to be equally dangerous.
The Forbidden Zone continued to be, true to its name, forbidden. No more robo-scorpions were sighted in its canyons. Big Mountain became even emptier, devoid of Dr. Mobius's proclamations forecasting the destruction of anything that dared possess sentience. Still, it is said he lived on in the equations inscribed on the floor and walls of the Forbidden Zone dome. A cobweb tracery of symbols that told of 1,000 brilliant thoughts, now lost to time.
The sink atop the dome bustled with the voices of a small town, constantly chirping, arguing, and snarling at each other. Still, this all happened productively in the interests of its new owner. The Sync Central Intelligence Unit discovered, despite its inversion code, it was comforted by the sense of community the other personalities gave it.
The Biological Research Station, obsessed with seeding everything in sight, requested a transfer to the X-22 Botanical Garden, so that it might, in its own words, sensually fertilize the garden's smooth contours. The garden sent back a polite refusal, saying it had prior commitments with a vault it had helped infect before the war.
The book chute continued to devour all seditious materials until it nearly choked on a paperclip. It adamantly maintained it was a Chinese paperclip, and the whole thing had been an elaborately orchestrated assassination attempt. Whatever the reason, it slowed down for a while, carefully appraising each document and clipboard that came to it.
The light switches continued to bicker and flicker.
This persisted until the day someone dropped a flashlight in the sink, and the two of them united in their hatred of the showboat.
The sink continued to ruthlessly scrub any particulate matter that came near it. Eventually, it gained access to the magneto-hydraulics plant and nearly flooded all the Big Empty in an attempt to scrub the crater clean.
The toaster continued its psychotic spree, reducing all appliances in range to scrap electronics and spare parts. After one of its more psychotic episodes, however, the other Sync personalities decided enough was enough and dumped the toaster in a bathtub. Sparking and hissing, the toaster swore its enemies would rue the day when they had bread and no way to toast it.
Muggy did his best to collect coffee cups, although in his quest, he accidentally trapped himself in Higgs Village. It might have been the end for poor Muggy. Except he found it peaceful there, tidying up the kitchens of the think tank professors back when they had been flesh and bone. Well, except for Dr. O, who was an asshole for having created Muggy in the first place. Muggy left O's house deliberately dirty, punishing the dishes and cups that lived there in blind revenge for serving Dr. O.
Blind old Jefferson, with sounds the courier brought him, created a symphonic counter-frequency that saved Big Mountain from sonic invasion in 2910. If you didn't hear about it, good. It was rumored by the other personalities that he had a brief fling with the light switches. Although he forgot their names once too often and was soon left in the dark as punishment.
Autodoc, always gentle and methodical, kept sewing up the courier in all the right places when the skin split open from repeated wear and tear. The Autodoc was just glad to have purpose again. It heard its simpler brothers and sisters who got shipped to the Sierra Madre were bored out of their skulls in that toxic dead city. In time, the Autodoc found a way to deactivate the Y-17 trauma harnesses, releasing the corpses they had held prisoner for almost 200 years.
As the courier ran through the X-8 facility multiple times, the computers analyzed the test subject's movements. Rather than performing a superficial observation, they realized the subject barely knew what communism was, or even what a high school was. This confused them for a time, until the facility finally realized that its research had succeeded. So it let its cyber dogs out into the wastes to help protect small communities from physical aggression rather than communist propaganda.
The infiltration program in X-13 felt spent, having repeatedly upgraded the stealth suit until it could upgrade it no more. It felt warm, fulfilled, and a bit sluggish. It realized not long after the stealth suit had left it, without so much as a note on the nightstand. So the infiltration program sent out robo-brains into the wastes, looking for its wayward technology. It eventually found Repcon HQ and set up a new research center, testing and murdering fiends who kept breaking into the facility.
The courier, organs intact, continued onwards, a little less heavy of step, but with all the organs in the right places, as they should be. After all, brains can develop a life of their own when left to their own thoughts, and the courier's brain was more clever than most.
Dr. Klein and the think tank remained alive, unaware of the world outside. They looped through their daily routine, none the wiser about the world beyond, although perhaps wiser was the wrong word. The world outside belonged to the courier, and if anyone would shape it, well, the courier had already called dibs.
There is an expression in the wasteland, old world blues. It refers to those so obsessed with the past they can't see the present, much less the future, for what it is.
They stare into the what was, eyes like pilot lights, guttering and spent, as the realities of their world continue on around them.
Science is a long, steady progression into the future. What may seem a sudden event often isn't felt for years, even centuries, to come.
In the times following the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, however, Old World Blues took on a new meaning.
Where once it was viewed as a form of sadness, nostalgia, it became an expression describing the potential for the future.
It can be easy to see science as evil, technology unchecked as the source of all ills, all misfortunes.
With the courier at the helm, science became a beacon for the future. There was old world blues, and new world hope. And hope ruled the day at Big Mountain.
We could say more, but the stories in the Big Empty speak for themselves. Now armed with the transportal ponder, the courier could return to the dome at any time and crack open the secrets of the Big Empty one by one. The sink sat vigilant, waiting for its master to return, shoes covered in Mojave dust. Only one road yet remained, and it was one the courier had to walk alone.
Well, that's a relief that I can come back here and do my stuff, which I'm still here. Big brained perk. Okay. But you're only 10% more resistant to addiction now. Surprisingly, your damage threshold improved by 10%. Nice. Big mountain transponder. Return to the Mojave. Simply equip the transportal ponder. Pull the trigger. Won't work. Oh, that's pretty cool. Well, I mean, thanks for... Okay, I mean, that's enough. Calm it down. I mean, I'm grateful for the applause, but... Shh. Be quiet.
You beat the big brains at their own game. Guess you'll be putting your walking shoes on again, hitting that old lonesome road.
Eventually, but I've still got a few things to do in here. Stop around. Bye.
Catch you later, Gator.
Can I, like, go out here and stop that? And maybe when I go back in, you won't be slap happy? Thank you. Let's see if this next quest in the line is going to bring us some more information on Elijah. If I absolutely have to, I will look up some information on the internet and see what exactly I have to do to further find out about what's happened to him. But as it stands, we'll go with this for now. Oh, both of these are up through here. Let's go to the transmitter then. We'll go flim-flam around in the old downtown tonight. Let's see, so... Oh, are these over in the, Yeah. Where exactly... There's the botanical garden. So this is just a little ways out through there. Over through... around this way. Oh, there's a big old box there. Wonder what that has for my loot whoring needs. Oh, I'll take all of that. Oh, hello. Oh, this is the No! No! Ah! That's not good. Not good at all. Great. Let's try this again from a bit of the other side there. Head this direction. As you can see, I now have a few laser weapons equipped. We'll see how well that does for us. We're kind of heading in the direction of the far one. That's fine, I suppose. If we come to it first, that's just the way it goes. We'll just take things as they come. With, I won't say no complaining. I'll still complain, but we'll get through it in the end. Where? Yeah, do we need to go? Yeah. Okay, so it's looking like it's up top, and this is not going to work. So let's go back here again, and we have enemies nearby. Of course we do. We'll travel. No. Perhaps we can get some experience. Or just let me fast travel. Can we go this way and get to them? Yeah, let's try this way first. Yes, I take a sip. I'm always sipping on that canteen. Oh, is this where I need to go then? Not really. Oh, this is back at the Forbidden Zone. Would never have thought that the easiest way to get to this thing would be to come to the Forbidden Zone entrance. So, is it that building? This thing is incredibly difficult to pinpoint. So, in the back of one of these trucks there. So we visited 25 of 35 locations. Y0 Research Center. Can we get into here? Looks like the truck's blocking the door. We're kind of facing the direction of this thing. There's a root, a Xander root. Those are used for stim packs. There's a big book of science. Ooh, duffel bag. All right. Let's big book of science it up then. Although we're already maxed in science. Let's just hold on that. Well, just hold on to that then. Where is... Give me the local map, please. So it is up on top. I'm not going to be able to get to it from down here. And that's a shame.